Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Steven, aka Storm, and we are back for some more of the Elder Scrolls Online as Reewish, the Mighty Battle Lizard. How is everybody doing? It's been 2 weeks since our last stream. I had a nice week off last week, and we are back in the Alakir Desert, ready to press forward as promised. So first we're going to start out with the Raincatcher Field, as I promised last time.
This is truly a sign from Ruvka. In the sand, beetles. Behind the rocks, beetles. Around the Johads, beetles. Last night I woke up and one was in my tent just watching me. We can't do our work. Sentinel's going to run out of water.
What's happening with the beetles?
They've overrun our camps. Anytime we approach the rain catches in the center of the fields, we get attacked. But that's it for me. I'm done dodging bugs. You want to help? Speak to Overseer Jahi. She's in charge. This is her problem.
I'll talk to her then. Okay, so apparently this place is overrun by beetles, of all things. So let's see if we can figure out what needs to be done. Oh, you know what? I forgot to send out the invitation telling people I'm live. Oops, hold on a second. And I apologize for the lightning in the background. There is a storm going on outside. Alright, invitations have been sent out. Let's get started. Well, really started. We kind of already started a little bit, but only 2 minutes. It doesn't count. We are just a few weeks away from the... Oh, hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. It's my dad's birthday today, so that was my mother calling. I apologize about that.
I never used to fight this much until I met
I'm
you.
keeping an eye on, and of course the auto thing finally posted that I was live 5 minutes after I started my stream. Auto thing. You posted it twice for some reason, and I don't understand that part, but whatever. I'm keeping an eye on the votes for the. Oh, by the way, there is a vote if anyone here is not in Discord with me. And yes, I have Discord now too, so hold on, let me post those things in here before I forget about it. First of all, this is a vote for a new Saturday stream. Hey, M Sharp. So if you haven't voted, go ahead and do so, and that's what the new stream will be doing on every other Saturday. And then, of course, the invitation to the Discord, if you're not in it, and I'll be posting at the beginning and ending of the stream. How you doing today, M Sharp? Monkey. Oh, it's flailing its fist. Oh, look at it. It's like I love the animations they gave the monkeys in this game. It's throwing poop, by the way, if you're wondering what it's throwing. Oh, it's so cute. I'm good. Just hoping that the thunderstorm doesn't take out my power midstream. That would be bad.
If you've come to buy water, I apologize for the sorry state of the Johads. My idiot brother has all but ruined us. I suppose it'll fall to me to dig the family out of this sandpit.
What happened?
The water's been contaminated. To top it off, whatever's tainted the Johads seems to attract the desert beetles. Workers won't go near the Johads, and with good reason. But I still need to find out what's contaminated our lifeblood.
Do you need any help?
I do. The workers have rest camps in between the Johads. If someone brought in this poison, there may be evidence of it there. If you can find something of import, bring it to me. I'll be at the main Johad down the road.
What exactly is a Johad?
There are reservoirs. Even in the desert, there is moisture in the air. The rain catchers collect it and funnel it into the Johads. Then we carry the water to the city in large urns. Or at least, that's what we normally do.
You mentioned your brother. Who is he?
Almor? Where you see the heaviest work done. Look for him elsewhere. This is our family's business. He should show proper pride in our work. Ah, well. I can take care of the Johads once these beetles are gone.
Alrighty, we'll work on this. Now, so I've been monitoring the results for the stream, or not for the stream, but for the poll. And somebody has, now we have 2 votes in Legend Arceus, so it's no longer balanced again. But somebody saw there were 3 votes in Shining Pearl, Pokemon Legends Arceus, and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, or Pikachu, not Eevee. And they chose Chaos by choosing, they picked Chaos by choosing Let's Get, or Pokemon Sword, so that way they had 1 vote in each of the categories. And I'm just like, yep, there's always going to be somebody who sees a perfectly balanced thing, and I'm going to be like, Chaos! Oh hey, my armor's in bad shape, I'm going to have to fix that. Do I have any crown repair kits? I do not. We're going to have to go back to town after this. Because there's not a merchant around here, unfortunately. I must have damaged my armor in those 2 dungeons more than I realized. We gotta examine the contaminated Johads. Jump into the water, except for does it want me to jump into the water? Maybe it wants me to jump into, search the workers' camps, okay. So, like, right over here? Is this where you want me to go? Well, there's a dead person here. There's a beetle right there. Oh, hey, look, there's an arrow. Ooh, it's a stinky vial. Oh, and a...
Jahi sent you, didn't she?
Oh, hey, it's Ulmer.
That smell. It's the same that's coming up from the Johads. Is that what was in the bottle you picked up? Jahi will never believe me, but I want to find out who did this as much as she.
She seems to believe it was your fault.
I know. And in a way it is. Our father put me in charge of the Johads after I, returned from Sentinel. Within a fortnight, most of the Johads reeked of this musk. Even so, I have no idea how any of this happened.
So whatever was in this vial is in the Johads now?
Only one way to know for sure. A taste test. These 3 Johads are the ones attracting the most beetles. See if the water has the same flavor as that vial.
Why does your sister think you're involved?
She has her reasons, and I respect them as I do her. It would make no difference if I defend myself now. The important thing is that we find out what's happened to the Johads.
Alrighty. I happen to be a lizard. I happen to be aquatic, and I'm very, very skilled when it comes to water. The water has a bitter flavor, not at all like what rainwater should taste like. Okay. Rainwater has a really sweet taste to it when it's, you know, not acid rain, but my brother and I used to, like, this is probably something that probably shouldn't be telling people because it was something stupid we did as children. We used to put a cup outside of his window in our old house that burned down because we had a window that didn't have a screen on it, and it like looked over. It had like rain would come right down around it. We put a cup out on the like little slanted or little like flat part of the roof there, and let it fill with rainwater, and we would take turns drinking the rainwater from the. The water tastes sweet, but still has the distinct smell that matches the contents of the bottle. And it's not like we left it there. Like, we didn't leave it there for, like, days. We would drink it the same day the rain would fall. We would put it back out there to collect more rain. And one thing you have to realize, it didn't catch a lot of rain, but, like, we learned we probably shouldn't have done that, but we got lucky. We didn't, like, get acidic rain, or we didn't get sick or dysentery or anything like that. So, we got really lucky. There's a visible tint of sickly green in the water, and the bitter taste is very strong. I've been doing so much Pokemon Legends Arceus the last few days. I've been trying to complete the Pokedex. Oh my god, it takes forever catching all the Pokemon.
And to think I almost got away from the family business. Father giving it to my younger brother seemed like the perfect compromise. But look where it's brought us. Have you found anything?
The vial is one... this vial is in one of the camps. The contents match what's in the Johads.
I recognize this. It's the same kind of vial my brother's wife uses for her alchemy. Is she responsible for this madness, I wonder?
Where's your brother's wife?
Ohama's a Khajiit apothecary from Sentinel. I had no quarrel with her, but if she's responsible for this, my father must know. She cares for him in the house just beyond here. Father didn't approve of their marriage, of course, but she is very skilled.
That's dedication. Like, your father-in-law rejects you, and you take care of him as he's dying.
You quit!
Like, I do not accept you as daughter-in-law. She's like, that's okay, I'm going to be daughter-in-law anyway. Wait, I thought I saw a merchant. Yes, a merchant! I don't have to go all the way back to town now.
I welcome you to my father's home. Please, excuse our scant hospitality. I've been tending to Naseran day and night, and it leaves little time to prepare for guests. How may I aid you?
I love that. That's a great joke. Noon goes to the doctor. Doctor, I've broken my arm in 3 places. Don't go to those 3 places again. I like to imagine somewhere out there, Todd Howard is groaning right now. He's like, oh, I feel a disturbance in the memes. Do you recognize this vial?
It is mine. A rare bug musk, used in some Basmer cooking, if I recall. I thought I'd misplaced it on the trip here. Tell me, where did you find it?
Okay, I don't get this one. What did Pakarudi say when he robbed the caravan? Pakarudi, see a lucky aura around you today? Matiogo Erie Muffs? I'm not sure, I'm sorry. Matiogo Erie Muffs. Sorry, I don't think I understand that one. I apologize. It's the same substance that contaminated the Johads.
Blessed Ban. Tuwaka, I beg you keep your voice down. My father-in-law would truly turn me out if he heard such rumors. How could it be? I swear upon my very clothes, I had nothing to do with the Johads. You must believe me.
He opened crown boxes for you. Oh, okay. Right. I didn't know he actually had a name. That's cool. Could someone have stolen it from you?
Still, I would not know. Many of the workers come in and out of the house for refreshments. So perhaps one of them took it. But still, why would they do such a thing? There is one way to find out who took the bottle.
What's that?
It is strange, but wait and listen. Outside, a woman peddles her trained lizards. Ask if her pets can track scents, such as this bug musk. Just holding the vial leaves residue on one's hands. If you find who held the vial, you'll find who stole it.
What did the Twilight Cat do when Khajiits came up to him? He filled them up with his darkness. Yes, that's... We actually did the quest not too long ago with the Twilight Cantors and the Bent Cats. That was a few... I want to say that was a few months ago we did that quest. The next one is my top joke, okay?
Greetings, Sandwalker. I can tell by that look in your eye, you know lizards. Do they speak to you? Do you enjoy the feel of their cool scales against your cheek? Yes, you understand. I know you do.
Okay, so a aristocratic vampire walks into a bar and says, "I'd like some virgin blood, group 4, please." Drinks it and leaves. Amy. Amy. Okay, I don't think I get that one, I'm sorry. Do you have any lizards that can detect scents?
Of course. Did you know lizards smell with their tongues? They are quite adept at detecting even the faintest trace of a scent. I have a fine tracking lizard if you're interested in purchasing one. I'll even train him to the scent of your choice.
Alright, I'll take him.
You have spent your gold very wisely, Sandwalker. Give me the scent, and the lizard will be yours. And just like that, it's done. Safe travels!
As I'm holding the lizard, I'm just says, "You and I have too much in common, my friend."
What an adorable lizard.
What an adorable lizard. Why, thank you. I try to make myself look adorable. And I look down at the little lizard. Oh, you mean the tiny one.
A friendly one, isn't it?
Homeless
here, little
vampire. Oh. Okay. That makes a little more sense now. Sorry, I didn't get that at first. I'm sorry.
Lizard spit.
Hold.
Disgusting.
This has gone on long enough. I don't know who you are, but if you seek the one responsible for the Johads, you do so backwards. Come. Jahi should hear this as well. I'm tired of secrets.
Okay. Well, lead on. Oh, hold on, I better respond to that. I didn't even see them. See, he posted.
It is not as it seems. I love Almor with all of my being. Why would I do anything to hurt the ones he loves?
There's no denying that some of the workers made some bad decisions. But they're not the one who orchestrated it. They were bribed to administer that poison to the Johads. They swore they had no idea it would bring disaster upon us.
The poison came from Ohama. She said it was stolen.
And it probably was. The man I spoke to was no Khajiit, though that is all I can say about him. He was hidden from view when we first spoke, his voice muffled. I refused to take his gold. I knew sooner or later someone would.
Do you know anything else though that could help me?
Some of the workers said the payoff location was inside the house. That was before the beetles came. After that, no one wanted anything to do with this strange man's scheme. I'd searched there for any sign of who this person was.
Alright. Evidence. I don't need any evidence. Suspicious table. The leftover food smells of the same musk used in the Johads. Suspicious bed. Jelly's father slept here just a little while ago. He was no longer in the bed, but there's no signs of a struggle. Suspicious dresser. Ohama keeps her potions in this dresser. There are several broken bottles inside as if someone was searching for something quickly and carelessly.
I can't believe my sister thinks Ohama had something to do with this. Where is father? I demand to talk to him.
He's not here, but it looks like the one responsible for the Johads was.
What? And father is gone too? Do you think they've done something to him? Sepp spit. What else could go wrong? What have you found in your search?
There's the same musk all over the house.
Then whoever else was in here smells of it too. We need some way to detect the scent and follow their trail.
I have a lizard that can track the scent. As I hold up the lizard, the demonic chicken looks at the lizard. It's like, how dare!
Brilliant. You follow the trail and my sister and I will spread out to look for father. They can't have taken him far. He is an old man after all.
Alright. Go forth, my lizard minion. Or... actually, I think he's just around the other side of the house. Nope, I was wrong. Oh, there go forth my lizard minion. You are hard to keep up with.
Seems my secret is a secret no more.
Father? Are you all right?
Wasn't expecting to run into a beetle. It must have followed my scent.
You poisoned the Johads? But why?
Father, your wound.
My last wish was for the Johads to remain within the family. But it caused nothing but strife.
No, you can't die. Not now.
Listen, I wish for your happiness. Promise me, the Johads.
We will find happiness, Father. I swear to you.
Alright, let's talk to the two.
This is my fault. I'm the one who wanted to sell the Johads. My father deserved better than this.
What now?
It falls to one of us to take charge of the Johads. Father always wanted me to have them, but I feel I'm the one who truly betrayed the family.
It is a valid school of magic, but it's not something I have access to. And even then, you can't. It's a scripted story event, and he was already extremely old and extremely sick. So probably even if you did heal the poison, he probably wouldn't survive from the shock of being wounded. He was very there. Look at him. Look how old he was. Yeah, it probably would be. Let's talk to Almar.
Father's dead. And for what? Some false sense of security that we won't sell the Johads? I'll never understand.
What now?
It falls to one of us to take charge of the Johads. Father always wanted Jahi to have them, but she's never wanted them. Neither of us have.
Okay. So we have a choice. We can either let Almar have the Johads, or we can have Jahi have the Johads. I believe that she will sell them, and I believe he will keep them in the family. So we'll go ahead and put on a timer on until the 28-minute mark and see if anyone wants to vote for what we're doing. So. Almar, so we got one vote for Almar to own the Johads. But he's got their Twilight right in the middle. It's probably this guy here. I'm pretty sure that's a bot. I'm pretty sure that's not even a real person. Look how erratically they're moving. Right, Almar it is.
Father's dead. And for what? Some false sense of security that we won't sell the Johads? I'll never understand. It falls to one of us to take charge of the Johads. Father always wanted Jahi to have them, but she's never wanted them. Neither of us have.
I don't think you should own the Johads.
And I know what to do with them as well. I'm selling them to another family to run. This place has seen more than its fair
I was
share
wrong,
of strife.
sorry.
I'm done.
Then what?
It's the only way to end our bickering. After all this, I feel we need to be a family again. Strong, united. And my sister's the only one of my blood left.
Your sister, I thought you hated each other.
Blood is thicker than water, after all. With the money we'll get from this place, I can buy us a good home in Sentinel. Ohama will welcome my sister, even after all this. She's beautiful that way.
What do you have to say?
It's best this way. I did not want the responsibility, and Almor's decision seemed wise to me. Perhaps my little brother is smarter than I've given him credit for.
Ain't that always the way?
Let's ride!
Right, we're going to the Dells next. Santaka? Santaki. I'm not sure how to say that. Okay, we need to go this way. Nope, that's a dead end. Okay, wait, I think I got my bearings now. Stupid Dwemer and their stupid machines. If I had a nickel for every one I blasted with lightning, I would be filthy rich. Actually, to be fair, lightning's not that effective in Skyrim. Lightning is not that effective a weapon against them, honestly. That they're being obliterated just because they land. Having no, that's completely fair. Because they're not electronic, why would lightning affect them?
It's a fight now.
Okay, we're almost to the boss. Yep, I'm not picking up that quest, by the way. That quest is a long one that involves going into a dungeon, which I do not want to do, so we're not doing it. I don't want to spend the next, like, 20 minutes waiting for a dungeon to pop. Which is also the problem I'm experiencing in Final Fantasy XIV currently, because I can't get past that one trial in Stormblood. I've been on it for a week now, and I cannot get past it. It's probably the reason why I've been doing so much Legends Arceus, because I started doing Legends Arceus again, because I was waiting for the queue to pop. After an hour waiting in the queue, I finally just gave up and put the Switch into the like support and just played on the TV instead of waiting for Final Fantasy XIV. It was like, I'll go back and do it eventually. I think what I'll do is I'll try to see if I can get a hold of my my free company people and see if I can beg them to help me with to come on the line just to help me with that one dungeon so I can get it done. Because once I get to Shadowbringers, it's not going to be a problem anymore because the trust system. Honestly, I feel like they should probably take some of the dungeons and stuff and turn them into. You'll need to wait. That one has the longest queue of any. Not if we unsync and they have level 90 characters. We could probably run through it fairly easily. I mean, I myself am almost level 80. I'm like level 78 or 79. So, like, I'm already like, yeah. The next ones will be added. They're going to be focusing on our Realm Reborn and Heavensward. So Stormblood's not on the. Yeah, Stormblood's going to be a while though before it gets it. So I'm actually going to wait to start my Final Fantasy XIV stream until after the trust system is implemented, because there's no reason to start it like and then have to like wait in queues and stuff. Even though I'll be playing as a paladin, so it's probably not a problem to wait in a queue because tanks queue pretty quickly. But it's something I'm going to be doing like long down the road, because My next big project is going to be the Pokemon stream, so that's not bad. I mean, like I've been waiting up to half an hour on I've been waiting up to half an hour on queues, so it's like 10 minutes is nothing. Ooh, loot. There's another quest right over this way, and I think there's another lore book over this way too. But no, I decided I want to stream at least one or maybe more Pokemon games before Scarlet and Violet come out. I intend to stream Scarlet, and I'm going to play Violet privately. Or I might stream some of my first reactions to Violet. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet on that, because I'm definitely going to be taking off for Violet's release, so I might just go ahead and stream some of my first reactions to Pokemon Violet, but I'll do a full stream playthrough of Scarlet. And that's kind of what, like, I wanted to get into that mind, like, I wanted to have Saturdays as a stream day, and so if I start now with Pokemon, I should be in the habit by the time I get to Scarlet and Violet come out, so that's kind of why I'm trying to get this started.
You have a moment.
Ancestors Landing discovered. Hello, Hermidius Sulpius. He's an Imperial.
You there. There's gold for you if you'll lend me your time. I am a scholar of some import. Import. That is to say, I've traveled quite far. From Cyrodiil, just to study this forgotten shore. I sorely need an assistant.
Yeah, because everyone's playing Sage right now, because Sage is brand new and shiny. What about the fellow behind you?
Azai at Oanak? He's my guide to Alikir. He shows me the best routes and helps me make camp. But he doesn't know much about the great history of this land. I need someone to look around the ruins for an ancient sword.
Makes me think of Repo Man, the way you spelled Reaper just then. What ancient sword?
Legend says it only appears to a chosen few. I've had to ask strangers to walk through the ruins to look for it. Untrained eyes. I'm that desperate. Azai at Oanak might tell you where to look, if you're willing.
They repossess your soul. With interest. I'll help you find it.
I appreciate the assistance from common folk such as yourself. This sword is a significant specimen of lore, direct evidence of a legendary event in ancient Redguard history.
What's legend?
There are books about this, but as you may be illiterate, I'll enlighten you. I suspect this is the site where sword singer Navid slew Ilkub, his ally, over the love of the fair Saide.
And you think Navid's sword is here?
The blade of a sword singer is a physical link between ancient Yokuda and Alikir. Navid used this particular sword to slay his rival and then himself. As a piece of history, it belongs in a proper Imperial museum.
Wait, what? Proper Imperial museum? Fuck no! It's a sword singer's sword. It doesn't belong in an Imperial museum. It belongs with the Red Guards. Probably in one of their burial chambers. What is a sword singer?
The sword singers were so disciplined they could create a spirit sword.
A Shihai.
Sword made from their very thoughts. Not many could attain such strength of mind. Navid's sword is rare, as it apparently persisted after his death.
British anthem intensifies. I mean, that's not wrong. It's like, it belongs in a British museum. We object. You're dead. It's like, now who objects? I'll start looking for the sword.
No one's seen the sword or had any luck amongst these ruins. A pity, really. I had such high hopes for some of them.
I'll return if I find anything.
I'm glad that the Imperial has found someone else to talk to. His haughtiness is suffocating.
What do you know about sword singer Navid's sword?
The sword in question is a wondrous object, and Herminius Sophis believes it will appear to those who have a connection with death or whatever lies beyond.
What sort of connection?
The great scholar from Cyrodiil doesn't know. Imagine that.
Is the sword powerful?
The magnificent scholar believes that the sword is too damaged to be used anymore, if it even exists at all.
Why does he want the sword?
He wants to preserve it in a safe warehouse in Cyrodiil, where all the other artifacts have been taken, I imagine.
That's a reference to Indiana Jones, by the way, if you didn't catch it. A safe warehouse with all the other artifacts. Why do you work for him?
If not me, another would surely stand here. My advice to you is simply to look along the shore. Others searched inland and were disappointed.
Sophia said that the sword had a sad tale.
Yes, indeed it does. It is a story of jealousy and betrayal. Have you not heard the Ballad of Navid?
That's fair. I don't believe so.
In the early days of the Regatta, a powerful Anse named Yagub led a vanguard of 13 great warriors, sword singers all. In those days, Red Guard bonds of fellowship were even stronger than they are now. These men were as brothers.
Go on.
One of the warriors, Navid, was strong but covetous. His dearest companion, Ilkub, had met a woman named Saida, whose beauty was legendary. Hair like polished obsidian and eyes like darkest sapphires. Navid's jealousy grew and grew.
So he murdered his friend?
Yes, just so. While Ilkub stood on the beach stringing his legendary bow, Navid crept up behind and thrust his sword deep into Ilkub's back. Before Ilkub died, it is said that he looked on Navid with such sadness that Navid's heart broke in two.
What happened then?
Racked with guilt, Navid fled to his tent, took up his grandest blade, and killed himself. When Saida heard of what happened, she threw herself into the water from the highest cliff. She was not seen again.
A sad tale, but what do you know of the blade itself?
The sword in question is a wondrous object, and Herminius Sophis believes it will appear to those who have a connection with death or whatever lies beyond.
Alright. I haven't finished talking to you yet.
I'm glad that the Imperial has found someone
I'm just going
else
to skip
talk
through this
to.
real quick because we've already done this.
The great scholar, the magnificent. He wants to...
Lamias.
Beware. They covet this blade, and shall come for it.
Navid?
You must leave this place. The sword is cursed.
What do you mean?
You seek the sword, is it not so? I must tell you, you are not the first to discover it. Others tried to take it, and paid a heavy toll.
What happened to them?
Take up the blade, and you will see. The sword-cursed are here among us already, circling like half-starved jackals. Can you not sense their jealousy? Their spite? The air is thick with it.
Jealousy?
The curse was forged in blood and envy. I murdered my dearest friend in a jealous rage, and the blade bears that taint still. The sword-cursed cannot bear the thought of losing the blade. If you touch it, they will come for you.
So these spirits will attack me?
Yes, and they will not stop so long as you carry it. Once you fall, and fall you will be consumed by the same jealous desire that drives them.
What if I manage to slay them?
They are long dead, and thus cannot be killed, though they will sleep for a time. But the blade calls out to them, always. When they wake, they shall seek it out again, and the one who keeps it. You have been warned.
I understand. Take the ancient blade. Which seems like a bad idea after we just got warned, but you know, whatever.
The sight! Oh, I can't wait to write home about this.
Aw, glad you like it, Mary. Doesn't, you know what, that looks like a Nord sword. It doesn't even look like a sword singer sword.
I really don't like your odds.
I'm really hoping after all the Redguard lore and the Shihai stuff that when we finally do get a main game set in Hammerfell, we actually get to be a sword singer. That would be really cool. And you get to summon your own Shihai. Oh hey, it's
Flashy may get noticed.
Yeah.
Style gets remembered.
Assuming they don't just make it like the Dragonborn from Skyrim. Like we have a bunch of weird spirit sword singer powers that you unlock by claiming the souls of your victims or something stupid, so. If it's its own unique thing, that would be a lot of fun, but if they like just copy-cut the Dragonborn stuff, I'd be really disappointed.
Friend, it is Azael. I must speak with you. Did you recover the sword? We must speak before you go further with it.
What do you mean?
I did not expect you would find it. Only those who are different are capable of such a feat. What do you intend to do with it?
Different?
Only those with the keenest senses can even see it. And only one without a soul should be able to take it from its resting place. I do not know how you lifted it unless your soul... No matter. What is your intention?
Then I'll put the sword back.
That is wise. Sword singer Navid was buried at the Lion's Tomb, though he did not deserve such an honor. It was hoped the curse would fade in time, but instead the sword claims more victims. The curse is his to bear. He must take back the blade.
Can anything break the curse?
No. It is a deep, ancient curse. There is darkness in that blade that even the divines would struggle to banish. Sword singer Navid's spirit seeks to distance himself from the blade, but he is the source of its evil. He cannot keep shedding the burden to others.
I'll return it to Sword Singer Navid. Actually, no. This is the choice. So we have two choices, guys. We can return the sword to its original owner, to Navid, and make it his burden to bear once again, or we can give it to Sophis and release an army of the dead upon Cyrodiil. So I will leave it up to you guys what we do. Also, I thought you didn't know anything about this place.
A deception. I watch Herminius office so he does not plunder Alakir. I know more than his books have explained.
Which makes sense. Let's not give them an army of the dead. Okay, so
no,
I'll return to Sword Singer
Navid. It is a deep,
then.
ancient curse. That is for the best. Leave it at the Lion's Tomb on the shore. Then talk to Herminius Sophis before you leave. Perhaps he will abandon his foolish search.
I will.
Off we go.
Ancestors Landing. Oh, wait, this is the quest for Ancestors Landing. Wait, I didn't want to do that. Why am I here? That's where I want to go. God dang it, it's the stupid bots again. No matter how many times we report them, they just keep coming back.
I warned you, but still you took the sword. And now you bring it to my tomb? Are you deranged? The sword curse will return soon. Take the sword away, quickly.
You must take it back.
I cannot. Do I not suffer enough? It has been centuries since I committed that heinous crime, and the shame is no less potent. That sword is a reminder I cannot bear. Take it away. I may still find some small measure of peace.
The curse is your responsibility. You cannot place the burden on others.
No, I cannot. I will not. This is all Ilkun's fault. His and Saida's. I will... No. Your words are true. Leave the sword with me.
I return your sword, Sword Singer Navid. And by the way, if you're wondering what a true Sword Singer sword should look like, I'll show you. Hold on. Because I actually have the Sword Singer sword. Also, any Redguard character has that because it's literally one of the Redguard styles. Here it is. This is what a Swordslinger's sword looks like. Just not an actual sword, it's a spiritual version of this. But this is what a she-hide, this is the shape of a she-hide. Hello, Sophius.
Any luck finding the sword yet? So few people will work as hard as I do at these things.
About the sword.
I'm not surprised that you didn't find anything. It takes keen eyes and an educated mind to fully identify significant artifacts. I may just abandon this site and go deeper in the desert anyway. I heard there were burial sites.
Oh, please don't go. Please don't plunder Redguard burial sites. Please don't plunder Redguard burial sites.
Death comes to us all. May we face it with honor.
There, of course, my friend.
I was tired of walking anyway.
Alright, time to do some main quest stuff. Yeah, we got a delve and 2 quest zones completed. Those birds were just frozen in midair a second ago.
Let's
Talia
ride.
at her tent.
Here. I've marked on your map where my father says we can find the ingredients. Lead the way.
Alright. Try juniper leaf.
I will see my fallen brothers and sister avenged, even if it is the last thing I ever do.
Hags.
My father has been chief of the tribe for 26 years.
Off we
will not
go.
know what to do without him.
I want that there because I gotta kind of go find that eventually.
Who would have believed the withered hand would poison our water?
Oh, Lorba. Torturous pillow cactus.
We must hurry. So many Ashaba have already died. That's everything. Meet me at my father's tent. Please, Father. There must be some way.
You must accept this, Talia. My time has come. Go. Prepare the potion. I must speak with our guest.
I do not like this, but I will do as you say, Father.
You are welcome to our camp. We are usually generous hosts, but under the circumstances, I hope you understand.
Of course I understand.
You have seen, of course. The tribe is weak, and I am soon to return to the sand. Another must fulfill the sacred duty of the Ashaba. That other is you. It has been foreseen.
Me? I have to fulfill the duty of the Ashaba?
Yes, there can be no doubt. The Withered Hand, we have never faced such a threat. But it is our duty to stop them. You must become one of us. You must become an Ashaba. Then, you must stop the Withered Hand.
How do I become an Ashaba?
There is a ritual. My daughter, I told her the ingredients were for an antidote. But she knows now. They are for your initiation. There's not much time. You must decide. Are you willing to join us to become an Ashaba?
Yes, I will join the tribe.
Thank you. You move a great weight off of the heart of a dying man. The future of our tribe, our honor, depends on you fulfilling our duty and fighting the Withered Hand.
Complete quest.
My daughter is not happy right now. She's as stubborn as her mother was. But death will not be stayed. Be assured, though, Initiate, after you complete the trial, she will help you fight the Hand, if you wish.
I'm ready to face the trial.
That is good. I believe she has finished mixing the potion for your initiation. Speak to her when you are ready to begin the trial. May Tuwaka guide your path, Initiate. Always.
Thank you. I will speak with Talia. Lady Carissa. Oh, yeah, well, I'll just go do that next after we finish this here.
The great man lies dying over there, and he has put all his faith in you. I hope it is not misplaced. I have finished mixing the potion for your initiation. Whenever you are ready, we can begin the trial.
I'm ready.
Very well. Then here it is. Go to the Mikada in the back of the tent and drink. Be prepared, Initiate. The potion will bring on a vision of the past. When the vision is over, you will know what it means to be a Shaba.
I understand. Mary, wait for me here. In their homeland of Yakuta, the precursors of the Red Guards fought long and bitter conflicts with the left-handed elves. When the Regatta came to Tamriel and found elf colonies on the Hammerhill coast, they set out to eradicate them. So there were elves on Yakuta as well, the left-handed elves. I've never heard of that before.
Samir, rouse yourself. Or do you want to miss the battle? Samir, my brother. Finally you stir. Did you drink too deeply from the starry well last night? This is unlike you. Quickly, pull yourself together. You can afford no idle time today.
I'm awake. What's going on? We're going on a trip? A magic mushroom trip? Yes. Actually, it's a magical palm fruit trip, but I'm awake. What's going on?
Morwa's mercy. Maybe you took a head bump too. Did you forget about the battle? The Regatta will drive these evil elves from our lands for good. I am to fight at your side today, brother. Tell me you still feel up to it.
Of course, I'm always ready for a fight.
Now there is the Samir I know. Sometime you will have to tell me what has befallen on this last night. A story of wildness, I am sure. Come now, though. Our father prepares to address the Regatta. He is expecting us.
Then let us not keep him waiting.
Regatta, You all know that the elves are outside our walls. These infidels call us barbarians. They would drive us from this land. But what the elves do not know is that Rupka himself guided us to these shores. He decreed that the Alakir would be our home. Today, the infidels will see the strength of the Shahai. Ansi will guide our blades. Today, the sands will run red with elven blood.
Ah, the regatta. Fearsome, deadly warriors.
You look strong, Samir. My heart is proud. I believe this will be a day of destiny for you and your brother. If we wish to remain here, we must cleanse the land of these elves' taint.
I'm sure we will be victorious.
Yes, and much of the glory for this victory will go to you and your brother. I send you forth as my champions to slice through the elves' ranks and find their leader. You will cut off the snake's head, and then the body will wither and die.
I actually don't know if you can. I don't think the regatta exists anymore, because I think the regatta got disbanded about the time they stopped with the sword sight tradition. You want us to go ahead of the soldiers?
Yes. It's a great honor and a great responsibility. You have proven your valor time and again, Samir. I know you will succeed and clear the way for our people's future. Go now, and go with the gods, my son. You have my blessing.
I will go and fight today in your honor, Father.
I know you will be victorious, my son. May Ansi guide your blade.
Except for I'm using a staff, so...
Give me a moment, Samir. I must make my offering to Ansi. Come to my tent when you are ready to enter the battle. Our deeds today will be remembered for generations to come, brother. Lead on.
We go to war, gonna smash some elves as we pass through the regatta line. Gonna smash some elves. Yeah, there's a lot of trips into the past during the Daggerfall Covenant questline. It's just a frequent thing that happens throughout the Daggerfall Covenant questline. It doesn't happen nearly as often as the other two questlines. I think maybe once each, if that at all. But like the Daggerfall Covenant, it's just again and again we're taking a magic mushroom trip into the past.
Mine. You people are certainly eager to die. You've already lost. While you charged in, we went...
Hear that? Must have gone through the crypt. Quickly, we must stop them.
Oh, my, hold on, my Witch Mother's Potent Brew wore off. We're going on a trip, magic mushroom trip.
I smell death in here, Samir.
Red guards appreciate a good trip. The thing is, you would think that we would do that more often with the Khajiit, because the moon sugar is literally actually hallucinogenic. And we do use moon sugar for that purpose, but it's not to go into the past, to go on some kind of spirit walk. But like, you'll see that when we get to that part, because we're going to be doing the All-Married, probably next year we'll be doing the All-Married Dominion quest line. If I don't get to it sooner, so we'll just have to see. But there's a whole thing about using moon sugar to go on a spirit walk during that quest line. Oh no, the palace is destroyed.
You are too late, Samir. Your father is dead. Even worse, some elven necromancer. He turned your father into an abomination.
What do you mean?
The necromancer slew your father and then reanimated his corpse. It is the most terrible thing I have ever seen. He is lost. There is nothing to be done for it.
I can't just abandon him. I have to do something.
Samir, you must not go in there. You would have to strike down your own father. As darkly as these events have transpired, our laws remain sacred. Your father is honored dead. Harm his remains, and you dishonor yourself.
So you would have us just flee?
Yes, there is no other choice to be made. I know your father would not want us to abandon our new home here, but he could not have foreseen this. He would not have us break the sacred law. You must not even consider such a thing.
I'll have to think about it.
We should discuss this, Samir. Come with me. Fate has dealt us a cruel hand, my brother. I agree with you. Father would not want us to flee our home. Do we dishonor ourselves? To kill him would mean exile, but I am willing to do this if you command.
Why would I command you to do this?
Because it is clear that one of us must make this sacrifice. You are in line to become king now. If you strike our father, you would be throwing all of this away. For me, there is not as much at stake. Just speak the command and I will go, brother.
Okay, so we have a choice here, and personally, I'll tell after we make the choice, I'll tell you which one I always pick. So we can say, no, I'll strike him down, it's my duty, or your sacrifice will be remembered, brother, do what you must. If we strike it down, the brother becomes king. So Prince Hoquirmer, I'm not trying to say his name. He would become king. Clearly, he's offering to make the sacrifice means he has what it takes to lead. We can do it, then at least there will still be a leader. Yes. No, I'll strike him down. It's my duty.
No. No, please. I beseech you to reconsider this decision, Samir. I cannot bear to see you exiled. What will I do? I am not sewn from the same cloth as you and father. I am not meant to be king.
I've made up my mind. Don't worry, you'll make a fine king. Also, like, what am I supposed to do if you get banished? That's the whole thing. Like, either one of us getting banished is a bad way. But someone's got to do it. First things first.
My son, you failed me. Now you will die.
I was hoping to kill him before I killed the king, but unfortunately his daring was just a little too strong.
It is done then? I would not have such courage. In my mind, you are a hero for what you have done.
I was just doing what was right.
No. You deserve to be honored for your actions. But the Vizier says that by law, you must be exiled instead. I don't know what to do.
It's alright, brother. I accept my sentence.
Your courage, your humility. You should be king, not I. I'm sorry. I suppose I must stop acting like a child and accept my responsibility. Whatever happens, though, your sacrifice will never be forgotten. I love you, my brother.
I love you too, and it's alright. True honor need not be named.
Why, Samir? Why? You have broken the most sacred tradition of the kingdom. Nothing can justify such sacrilege. The law is clear, Samir. Exile. You must leave here now and never return.
I accept my sentence.
Good. Then there is nothing more for us to discuss. Let us hope your brother learns to listen to my counsel, and to make better decisions than you have.
He will make a fine king. Counsel him well. It's time to leave. Return to the waking world! Red Guards are honestly the best faction. They don't do any the typical political bullshit like the others. Yeah, which is why people were like, oh, it's going to be a faction-based DLC this year. It's going to be Red Guards. I'm like, Red Guards don't do political shit. And they said in the thing that it's going to be a political, it's going to be a mainly political focused chapter. I'm like, I guarantee you it's going to be the Bretons. And I had a good little measure of called it.
Welcome back. You were gone for longer than I expected. I trust you walked in the steps of Prince Samir of Yath and experienced the events that led to his exile?
Yes, he was the first Ashaba.
He was. Samir went on to start a family and a tribe in exile. They wandered the desert as nomads and became known as the Ashaba. Hakmir became king and ruled peacefully until years later, when he again faced the threat of necromancers and undead.
What happened?
The colony from Yath would have fallen, but Samir led his tribe against the necromancers and their army of risen dead. The Ashaba accepted the dishonor of fighting the dead to save the kingdom. So it has been ever since.
I understand.
You have now witnessed the first sacrifice, and you know that true honor need not be named. You are one of us. You are Ashaba. We will recognize you as our brother, and together, we will uphold the sacred duty of our tribe.
Then my initiation is complete?
Yes. The words have been spoken. Normally, my father would conduct a small ceremony and speak the words, but his spirit moved on while you were unconscious. His last request was that you and I would destroy the Withered Hand.
Destroy them we shall.
There is little we can do to help our fellow Ashaba here now. So we should do as my father wished. We should dedicate ourselves to destroying the Withered Hand. They killed my father. I will enjoy the opportunity to even the score.
Where do we start?
There is a place to the northeast, a sacred place called Tuwaka's Throne. It is a place of quiet and of honor. Many, many heroes have been laid to rest there. I worry what would happen if the Withered Hand were to go there.
Let's go to Tuwaka's Throne then.
I must see to the consecration of my father's remains. It would be disrespectful to do otherwise. Go on to Tuwaka's Throne. Look for an Ashaba named Ramati. I know these sands well. I will catch up with you soon enough.
I will go on to Tuwaka's Throne then.
I will see the Withered Hand destroyed.
But actually, first, we gotta go help Lady Laurent. Because what kind of person would I be if I didn't help out an old friend?
Oh my. When will I learn? Oh, such a relief to see a familiar face in this ghastly desert. Particularly today. You helped me get the crown of Anton. Would you consider assisting in my archaeological efforts again? I've encountered something of a setback here.
What kind of setback are we talking about?
Well, I discovered this fabulous portal in the Aliad ruins. I sent my assistant through, and it was a mistake. The portal apparently leads to somewhere in the Grotwood, and basically he returned with the Aldmeri army at his heels.
Aldmeri forces came through the portal. Also, when we do Grotwood, there'll be a... actually, we may have already finished it, but there's actually a connection to this place in Grotwood. You can actually... Because Stibbons lost a piece of his clothing back in Grotwood, and you can actually get that as a reward for completing a quest in Grotwood. It's actually really hilarious. Aldmeri forces came through the portal.
Yes, And unfortunately, it seems they're now planning a full-scale invasion. Establishing a base, building siege weapons. We need to close the portal, quickly. I discovered an old tome that explains how, if I can find it again. Will you help me?
Yes, I'll help you.
You're a true hero, and I mean that. My camp is beside the ruins. That's where I left the book. Get the book, use it to activate the large pillars in the ruins. Then meet me inside the west door to the lower ruins. The portal's down there.
Why do I have to activate the pillars?
I suppose that's a reasonable question. As you might imagine, the elves have locked the main entrance to the portal room. There is a back way, however, through an old prison of some sort. The pillars unlock the door into the prison.
What's inside the prison?
Oh, I haven't the foggiest notion what's in the prison. It's been centuries, though. Whatever was down there is surely dead. If not, well, you seem capable enough. And it can't be any worse than the damned elves.
Can you tell me more about the ruins?
My researchers in High Rock gave me the essential background. Solace N was an alien stronghold, built by human slaves in the Merethic era. The elves eventually got what they deserved during the Yokuden colonization of Hammerfell in the First Era.
What purpose do you think the portal served?
It's quite fascinating, really. It would seem to prove that the Altmer and the Aliads were still connected further into the Merethic era than we believed. I actually wrote a book on the subject. Well, someone wrote it for me, but who's counting?
So how have you been doing?
Oh, how kind of you to ask. Let's see. I was in Hrothgar for a while, but Orcish history is such a bore, so I left there and visited some Dwemer ruins in Morrowind. Then I wound up coming here. Stibbons has remained with me, of course, regrettably.
Where is Stibbons now?
Who knows? Who cares? The blathering fool created such a mess here. He's become a liability, especially since the Tomb of Kings. I have a new man assisting me now. He's much more efficient. Not as efficient as you, but you're not for hire.
Nope, I am not for hire.
You're doing that
Definitely
thing where
not
water
to
squirts out of
Lady
your
Laurent.
skin, aren't you? Sweating, eh? Ugh.
Oh, hey!
People think I'm weird. Let's find this breach and cool off.
There's a time breach. As ever, we are slowly working our way through the time breaches. Excuse me. Now, I don't remember exactly where this time breach is. It's up here somewhere, but I don't remember exactly where it is. We'll find it. There's the quest for Stibbons. Where's the time breach? That's fine. We'll go pick up the quest for Stibbons and get that started while we're looking for the time breach. Pick up the ancient alien tome first. Pick up the lore book. And talk to Stibbons.
Oh, hello there. I remember you, from that tomb in Glenumbra. My memory is so foggy, but I remember your face. You won't believe this, but Lady Laurent has fired me. Now I don't know what to do.
Why did she fire you?
Because it's all my fault. The Aldberry. Lady Laurent sent me through the portal to investigate. When the elves saw me, I ran. and led them to the portal. So now she hates me. Please, I beg you, will you help me get back in her good graces?
Sure, what do you need me to do?
Praise you, praise you. I'm trying to gather all her things, but her tools are scattered out in the ruins, and those are her most important possessions. If you'll get the tools for me, I just know she'll forgive me. I just know it.
Alright, I'll get the tools.
There's one more thing you should know. Lady Laurent hired this thuggish Tamian fellow. I believe she already asked him to recover her tools. You should speak to him up in the ramparts. Tell him we have it taken care of.
Why not just let Tamian get the tools?
Because he's a brute, and I need to be the one to give her the tools. If I can't make her forgive me, she'll just leave me here, and then what will I do? This is my only chance.
Did something happen after the Tomb of Kings?
No, that expedition was quite a success. And I was the one who found you. There's simply no explanation for why she's treating me this way.
Why not just let... Okay. It might be easier to find if I get all these arrows off my map. That's one. That was not what I wanted to happen. Oh, he's way up there. I forgot how to get up. Ah, what is going on right now, controller? You messing up on me again? Oh man, it's a group of people. Ah. Hate when that happens. Why does that happen? I swear, somebody was high when they made this this quest in ESO. Oh, there we go.
Well, well, well. If it isn't my
Oh,
old
hey.
friend from Crosswich. Let me guess. Lady Laurent has you helping clean up this mess she made. Or is it Stibbons, the bootless coward?
Bootless
He's
coward,
hoping
yes.
Lady Laurent will forgive him.
It was his boots that he left behind. Stibbons asked me to recover her tools. Oh, it's good to see you again. How's the mercenary business been?
Pretty worse. Lady Laurent pays well, and she's got a pretty ambitious travel schedule. So I'm getting to see places I never dreamed of. Can't say this desert's one of the highlights, though.
Stibbons asked me to recover her tools.
Did he? I'm surprised he could get that out through the whimpering and whining. Lady Laurent already has someone to recover her tools. And you would recover them and give Stibbons the credit?
So, does that mean you're gathering the tools?
Just following orders. Even before this, Stibbons couldn't keep up, so Lady Laurent hired me. I was just getting a bird's eye view before getting to work. Say, though, if you were going to save Stibbons the trouble, why not help me instead?
Why would I do that?
Well, for one thing, I'm better looking. For another, I'm actually getting paid. Stibbons was always just a glorified slave. Help me get the tools and I'll cut you in.
I'll have to think about it.
Don't think too long. I'll go down there and get the tools myself if I have to. They're in backpacks, by the way. I bet Stibbons didn't even tell you that.
Have you collected any tools already?
I was wondering if you were going to ask that. Yeah, I snatched up a few tool bags earlier. But there's no reason for me to give them to you, is there?
I might as well hang on to all of them, Persuade.
I suppose if you want to lug around the extra weight, I won't complain. Once you've got them all, though, just remember to bring them back to me, not Stibbons.
I'll take the tools and go then, thanks.
Don't think too long. I'll go down there and get the tools myself if I have to.
Alright. So, this is kind of like between a rock and a hard place kind of thing, because we're friends with both Stibbons and this guy. So it's like either one of them would be a valid thing. Stibbons will get back in her good graces regardless of whether or not we give give the tools to him. So we may as well give the tools to the other guy. I've ever actually so. Yeah, because Stibbons is with her in all the future quests after this, which we've already done, so you all already know that Stibbons is still around. So. Go reactivate the south pillar. Use alien tone. Pillar activated. I really wish I could find that time breach. I know it's around here somewhere.
Move now!
Okay, so are we going to give the tools to Tamian or to Stibbons, Imshirt? If you're still with me. There's the time breach. Yep, okay. That was weird, okay. Okay, that was weird. Okay, time breach sealed. And there's still a lot of time breaches left. Oh, that was Stibbons. Hold on, we gotta go to the other guy. I think he's still... Yeah, he's still in the same spot. I think that's part of the reason why I don't normally give them to him, though, is because he's just so high up and I don't want to have to jump up there and give them to him. I wish he'd come down when he's not doing the tools anymore, but no, he's like, I'm gonna stay up here. I'm like, I wish he wouldn't. Unfortunately, jumping in Elder Scrolls Online is a little bit janky, so... There we go.
I watched you rummaging around out there in the ruins. If you had been in trouble, I would have had your back. Just so you know. I'm guessing you've gathered all the tools by now?
Yep, so I have the tools right here.
Alright. It's time to get paid then. Give me the tools and I'll go ahead and give you half of what Lady Laurent promised. I think that's being pretty generous of me.
Here you go.
Here's half, along with my gratitude, which can be quite valuable in certain circles. I hope we cross paths again. Next time, I'll be the one doing you a good turn. You can count on it.
I don't think we ever run into him again.
Ravens,
Jumping in Elder Scrolls is janky,
Truth
that's
is,
true.
I almost feel for him. Almost.
It's okay, he'll get once Lady Laurent, once dinner time comes and you refuse to cook Lady Laurent's food, she will realize that the mistake she made, because Let's be honest. Lady Laurent needs Stibbons. Like, Lady Laurent can't function without Stibbons. Might help if I pull Mary back out.
In a big family, you have to know how to scrap.
Sullus Inn contains ruins from 3 different cultures. First, the unknown clan of the aliens who why did it go so quickly? Lady Laurent.
You certainly made short work of those elves. There seem to be few odd skeletons down here. No problem for you, I'm sure. Now, I assume you found the old tome in my camp?
Yes, here's the book.
Thank you very much. Fortunately, I can translate the ancient Iliad, and that should tell us how to close the portal.
Where's the portal?
It's through this door right behind me. The problem is that it's locked, but it appears that it's controlled by a switch deeper in the ruins. Would you be a dear and find the switch?
Yes, I'll find the switch.
If only I could have someone like you around full time. If you'll get the switch, that will give me time to study up whatever words I need to speak to close the portal. Once you get it opened, I'll just go on in, so meet me in the portal room.
Oh, someone cleared out some of the skeletons for me. It said some, not all. By any stretch of the imagination.
They're coming for us.
Miri, if these were a threat to us, we might as well just hang up our weapons and give up being adventurers. There's a quest down here. There's an orc trapped in a magical barrier down here.
I'm still here. Thanks for asking.
Before you speak, stranger, know this. For centuries, a spell has bound me. Many have tried to free me and failed. This prison has no lock or bonds to break.
I can try to free you.
Did you hear me? This is no common spell. It was cast by Ultimate wizards long since dead. This is a true curse. The task is beyond you. Of course, a fool would still try. Do as you wish. I won't harbor faint hope.
I'll see to it that you're afraid.
For centuries, amateurs like yourself have tried to release me. Fools, all of you. You'd have a better chance of becoming the next emperor.
How did you end up in here?
It pains me to speak of the past. Would you force me to relive such bitter memories?
Please tell me what happened.
Ha! Please. There's a word I remember well. Please, she said to me. No one will know, she promised. She was wrong.
Who was she?
Nuralanya, she was called in her high elven tongue. She was just Nura when we were together. I could deny her nothing. I was enthralled, a slave madly in love with his master.
So what happened?
Our secret was eventually exposed, and the elves were furious. Our love was an abomination in their eyes. They decided execution was too kind a punishment for our crime.
They imprisoned you here?
Aye, I was here, and she was there. To see one another, but not able to hear, or touch, or hold. Yet even that torment was insufficient for their retribution. The elves wove a spell to extend my life and prolong my torment.
What do you mean?
Elves live a long time, but not forever. I sat and watched as Nura slowly grew old and died. Sometime after that, the Regatta came and slaughtered the other elves. But even with them dead, the spell held strong.
Why are there so many dead down here?
It was the Regatta, the warrior wave. The warriors sought vengeance. The swords of Yakuta passed through these halls, and the High Elves were washed away.
You survived?
They would have killed me, were it not for this spell. Instead, I watched, safely ensconced within this prison, as my captors were slaughtered. Many centuries passed before I learned who the warriors were, or from whence they came.
What did you learn?
A foreign people had arrived on these shores. They came from a distant land. Yakuta, it was called. Yakutan warriors set out to conquer the new world they found. Singers named them the Regatta.
Do you have any idea how the spell works?
If I knew, don't you think I would have escaped by now? All I know is the tiles must be used in the right order, and the order was determined by time, whatever that means.
Okay. Actually, it's really simple. So if you look on this side of the room, if you see the ritual constellation, you just go around the room in a clockwise way. So the first one is the ritual. Depress the tile. Okay, second one is the lever. Also, just another example of the aliens being completely barbaric. And they were called the barbaric elves, but still. Depress the tile. Okay, next one is the Lord. Depress the tile.
I didn't expect that to work.
No, of course you didn't, because everyone died who's tried to help you before. The mage. Now, not all elves are bad. Like the poor lady who died in her own prison because she loved an orc. Like that, I mean, was she bad? Depress the tile. Next is the shadow. Elves bad. Usually, okay. Okay, that was the shadow. Next is the steed.
How are you doing that?
Yeah, every three he has something to say about it. Not the apprentice. The warrior. I'm honestly surprised he didn't even think that the pictures on the wall was telling you the order in which to deactivate them in. To press the tile. Because if he had figured that out and all the centuries he had been stuck here, he could have had somebody free him a lot sooner.
You may be onto something.
The tower. The Atronach. And then the thief. So that's the thief. So the Atronach. And the last one is the thief. He's free.
By the bloody fangs of Moloch. By the stench of Moloch's gaping maw. What have you done? How can this be? I'm free?
Yes, free to leave this place.
I should thank you. but I don't even think this is what I wanted. It's been so long since my life was my own. This is all I know. I don't want to leave.
Surprised he had money in his pocket.
The orc I know and love would never utter such words.
Nura? Is it really you? It's been so long.
We've suffered enough of this curse. By the grace of Mara, I've been allowed to take you beyond this mortal realm.
Finally, a release from the suffering of this world.
Come, my love. We have the rest of eternity to be together.
Hold on, I'm being nice. Or trying to. They don't seem to be paying attention, but whatever. Oh well, I tried. Let the record show that I tried.
Get back, you betcha!
I got promoted. Dark Inquisitor, that's a interesting sounding title. Hold on, what's that? Okay.
I hope you're watching.
Did I go out the right door? I don't think I did. I think I have to go back in. Nope, I did. Okay. Close the portal, Lady Laurent. Quickly. Oh wait, I gotta talk to you first.
Arrogant elves. They have so much faith in that seal they put on the main door. They don't even have anyone guarding the portal. I'm not complaining, though. Are you ready to do this?
Let's do this.
All right. You're going to have to protect me, though. The chamber may be clear now, but as soon as I start the ritual, they'll realize it on the other side. They might try to charge through and stop us.
I'll take them as they come.
All right, let's get this started. Grosso. Woohoo! Take that, you damned elves! Oh wait, I just lost my place.
Pay attention, Lady Laurent. Me and Mary can only hold them for so long.
Saba. Takio? Taco? How do you pronounce it? All right, I
She
think
said
I've got
taco.
it. Mala alu takeo.
Well, that did it.
Well, that takes care of that now, doesn't it? I'm actually quite relieved. It would have been so embarrassing to have been responsible for the fall of Alakir. After I opened the portal, I considered just leaving and denying that I was ever here.
I'm glad you stayed to close it.
I am too.
That's literally just Latin.
Now,
That's fair.
If you would, though, I still would prefer to keep this quiet. I do have a reputation to uphold, you know.
Okay, complete. Alright, we've done it. This area is done. You defeated the Elmeri Dominion at Celis Ilm. That's cool. I like it when they use real world languages for in-game language instead of trying to invent their own. Alright, let's see where we're at right now. So we have 4 of the main quests done. We've got 6 of the 19 locations. Got 8 more sky shards. We got 5 more delves. You know what? I don't have the map up, and I really should have that up. Let's see. So we are currently good, so we can head towards the next main quest because we've got everything done in this area of the map. Because we got the sky shard there. And we don't have the landing there, but we can get that any time. That's fine. That's not hard to find. Sorry, I'm gonna have to post a counter argument. Oh, don't want to do that. Of course, I have to rep Gilda Femina. And somebody posted Eternal Guardian too. Actually, I think we technically have like a minor alliance with the Meridia's Maidens. I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, I think we have like a minor alliance with them. Hey,
sand covers all. Know this, like all things, the pearl was covered in sand. Thus it came to belong to Zet, who works the land.
Are you looking for a pearl?
When the pearl is uncovered, the time of Sep's hunger will be over, and water will run from the pearl all over the dead skins, and the hungry stomach will at last be full. The spawn of Satakal are weakened by the waters. They are hungry.
What? You're telling a story? Something's hungry?
One sound will open the way, and one sound will close it. Take the call and find a goat.
Oh,
Use the call to lead
me.
the goat across the water as an offering to the beast. Only then it will be sated, and only then can you return to me.
Guildmother has followed me. I think I understand. I need to find a goat. I need to feed a goat to a serpent.
The pearl is the way in the guide. It is the light to the far shores and back again, as they are placed by Tall Papa's hand.
Could you tell me more about the pearl?
So it begins again. Satak was the first serpent. Satakal eats himself, and the spirits move to the far shores to wait for their next skin.
Where does the pearl come in?
Ruptka became the Tall Papa, and he made the great map with the stars in his hand. When Sep tricked the spirits, he put a star in his pocket. This was the pearl that fell out when Tall Papa squashed Sep with his staff.
So, if you're not familiar with lore, basically Rupta is Ariel, and Sep is Lorkhan. And Lorkhan tricked the gods into creating Mundus, and when Ariel killed Lorkhan, he ripped out his heart, which fell to Nirn. So the pearl is another version of Lorkhan's heart. What happened to the pearl?
Sand covered the pearl. Thus it came to Zet, who works the land.
Okay. Or it actually is Lorkhan's heart. I'm not sure which one, to be honest. Also, I'm really glad Strega's not here right now, because I'm about ready to feed a goat to a snake. A goat, no big loss. But goats can be cute. Have you ever held a baby goat, M Sharp?
What answers the call is the hunger. Has it been sated?
The serpent ate the goat.
The story never changes, never shifts, as do the stars and the sands. You've done your part, and I must do mine. Know this, so it begins again. Satak was the first serpent.
Yes, we raised goats. We had a goat who would jump over the fence, come up to the house, and scream bloody murder because the other goats were out of the fence, and she jumped out just to tattle on them, getting herself in trouble too. She was like, and we came out like, what's wrong? We see the other goats running around the garden, and it's like tattletale.
The pearl is the way and the guide, the light to the far shores and back again, placed by Tall Papa's hand.
Could you tell me more about the pearl? Oh, no, not that again. I have no sorrow for a goat. Oh. To be fair, you also have no sorrow for many things, such as elves or... I can just imagine now, M Sharp, like you being in a... Have you ever seen the game Destroy All Humans? But instead of Destroy All Humans, it's Destroy All Elves. And instead of an alien in a spaceship, it's literally you and with a rifle. It's like, Destroy All Elves, bang! Elves, children, chihuahuas, and other small dogs. Now, some small dogs are cute and forgivable, like Jack, for example. Jack is forgivable because Jack is adorable. He is gremlin, but he is also adorable.
To run away? Well, no, I guess it wouldn't. Maybe they should try that.
Tell you what, one thing that they're doing right in Pokemon Legends Arceus, which a lot of people have complained about in other Pokemon games, they're getting proportions of Pokemon right. The Pokemon that are supposed to be huge are humongous. Like, they tower over you, and then when you throw them out against, like, small Pokemon, the Pokemon looks down at them, and then you can see its eyes going upward to the top of the Pokemon, and it's like, Like, that image of the meme that says, I'm in danger, pops into my mind every time. Yeah, no, there are definitely things in Legends Arceus I want to see in Scarlet and Violet. There are things that I do not. Pokemon proper proportions, I want to see that. I'd like the move system to be back, where when a Pokemon learns a move, you can then swap out which moves the Pokemon has at any time. So, like, it has all of its moves available, and like once it learns a move, it's its move permanently. And you can just, anytime from the menu, go to change moves, and then change out its moves from the moves that it's learned. They already kind of had that with Sword and Shield, where they had a permanent move tutor that was free, which was, so I feel like that would be, yeah, it is really nice. What else would I like to come over from Legends Arceus? The exploration system. I absolutely love exploring around, climbing mountains, like gliding. I would like free flying, but riding around on Weirdeer is a lot of fun. I'd like to be able to ride on our own Pokemon. Like, if we have a Pokemon that should be able to be ridden on, I'd like to be able to ride on them. I wouldn't even mind the return of hidden moves if that's what it took. Like, if we had to get hidden moves and teach them to our Pokemon so we could ride on them freely, I would definitely get a Pokemon that's, like, reserved exclusively for that. So that would be nice to have.
It's all in your head.
I don't want the battle style. Like, I do want battles in the real world, which I know is coming, but I do not want, I don't want the, like, because it's kind of like, it's not really as like a turn-based RPG anymore, it's more like an action RPG, because what happens is you get turns, but there's like movement order based on your speed. So, like, your turns are, there's always like, everybody doesn't get a turn every round. Sometimes you get 2 moves in a row, or more, depending on what, on your speed and what you do, which is more realistic, I acknowledge, but it sometimes means that an enemy can completely obliterate you before you have a chance to react. Like, sometimes they'll knock out your Pokemon, and then you'll send out a Pokemon, and they'll get 2 attacks right in a row and obliterate your Pokemon before you have a chance to react, which is just complete BS. Because, like, how are you supposed to prevent that? You can't. Once it's out there, it's dead. Because if the enemy gets 2 attacks in a row, and the problem is there's really no way to estimate that's going to happen, because there's a forecast that shows like the turn order, but it only shows it for the Pokemon that's currently out. So if you change out into something else, you have no idea what the turn order is going to be. And Lucario is really bad about this, by the way. Like, Lucario is like really bad about getting those extra hits in. Another thing, and this is a thing I like. So, when you have the criteria to evolve, instead of having to evolve on a level up, the Pokeball icon in the menu starts glowing, and whenever they gain experience, a little pop-up that says, "Can evolve." Which means that instead of like the game trying to forcefully evolve the Pokemon every time it's capable of evolving, you now can choose when you've evolved that Pokemon at any point once it meets the criteria for evolving. Meaning that if you're wanting to do a no evolution run, there is no more of that nonsense of having to press B to cancel evolution, because now you initiate whenever a Pokemon evolves.
This is not good. Not good at all. I've killed a skeleton or 2 in my day, but this is worse than that. We are going to need more Ashaba.
I am one of your tribe. I am Ashaba.
You? I'm pretty good with faces, but I don't know yours. You must have just joined then. Either way, welcome to the tribe. It's good that you're here. Do you understand why I am concerned? Some of the greatest heroes in history are buried here. Kings, queens, legendary warriors. If they've risen, it is Ashaba duty to kill them, and that's not going to be easy.
Is there something I can do to help?
There is. I maintain vigil here to ensure that certain ancient heroes, let's just say, if they're raised, that's a problem. With what's happened here, I need someone to check their graves. If they're up and about, they need to be put down.
I can check their graves.
Thank you. This is no small thing, I ask, and I appreciate you stepping up. The 3 graves I need you to check belong to Armiger Rena, Yokida Razul, and Queen Afsar. They changed the course of history. They deserve to rest now.
I understand.
I'll mark the graves' locations on your map. I'd go with you, but I have to watch and ensure they don't slip by. There are other Ashaba who can join you, though. You want one skilled in swordplay, or one who's adept at restoration magic?
I prefer one skilled in swordplay.
Very smart. I've rarely seen her equal with a blade. Let her keep the heroes occupied, and perhaps you can use magic to send them back to the sand.
One way or another, they will be dead.
There are many heroes buried here, to be sure. But these 3 are the ones Ashaba scholars are most concerned about.
I'm
They
sure.
were extremely powerful in life. And scholars fear they could be extremely dangerous in death.
Who was Armir Rahana?
Rena was an armiger in the Order of Diagna, who died in the final days of the siege of Orsinium. She was born in the siege camp there, and spent her entire 26 years fighting the orcs. They say it was her sacrifice that brought us victory.
Wow, that's... I feel really bad for her. She was born in a siege camp and fought and spent the entire 26 years of her life fighting the orcs just to die in that war.
Razul fought alongside Divad Hunding, leading the regatta to conquer Alakir. When the Natotembu and the Yokudan nobility came later, Razul made himself Yokida to cement the power of the regatta. Some call him the first forebear.
Afsir was a queen of Alakir?
Yes, she seized the throne the ancient way. Late in the First Era, the king died with no heir and the nobles squabbled over the throne. Afsar solidified her rule by killing the opposition. Despite its bloody start, her reign was very peaceful.
Alright, let's... Oh, hold on, there's a... Thought I saw another quest icon. Is it back this way? Oh, there it is. Thronekeeper Farid. I gotta talk to him as well.
They will pay for what they... Satakar's wrath, Wayfarer. Unless you want to wade through an army of undead, go no further. These dogs, the Withered Hand, they seized control of Tuwaka's throne, and now they are raising the consecrated dead. How is this even possible?
Is it because they stole the Anse wards?
The Anse wards, stolen. There is no way. The Impervious Vault. How? This does explain how they raise the consecrated dead, though. It also explains why Tuwaka is so angry. He speaks to me. He says the temple must be cleansed, and now.
How do we cleanse it?
Oh, Tuwaka will do the cleansing. We must only clear the way. If you will help me light the sacred braziers, Tuwaka will send his breath to help us destroy the Withered Hand and return the dead to the sand.
I will help light the braziers.
For each direction the wind blows, there is a brazier. Light the first 3 and meet me at the west brazier. I will light that one. Then we will light the central brazier together and soon see Uwafa and his Withered Hand destroyed.
What exactly will Tuwaka's breath do?
We do not know. There is no record of these defenses ever being used. All I can recall is reading that it is supposed to help cleanse the temple and return the dead to their rest. Uncertainty is part of the fun, though, right?
How do you know Ufwa?
This man is very dangerous. He is the leader of these Withered Hand dogs.
He offered me the chance to leave peacefully. I wanted to protect my fellow priests, but we could not surrender Tuwaka's sacred ground without a fight.
Can you tell me more about the temple?
Tuwaka is the caretaker of the far shores. We will all visit him one day. The throne is the final resting place of our honored ancestors. Our heroes have been buried here for centuries. It is terrible that their rest has been disturbed.
Very well. I shall see to it. Let us march upon Tuwaka's throne and take it back. For the Alikir! Waka waka, oh god. And then suddenly a red guard comes jumping out of your computer and says... Suddenly a red guard comes jumping out of your computer and is like, you sacrilege! Oh no, she has risen. We got her.
I'm still here. Thanks for asking. They're coming for us.
Ow.
Move to flank.
That's 2 down. Okay, now we go over to the West Brazier and take care of this last hero while we're at it. Alright, to the West Brazier.
You have done well, Wayfarer. Tuwaka in...
Ah, every time! To Waka Waka, watch out for your toes. Oh god.
You have done well, Wayfarer. Tuwaka is pleased.
Is he going to cleanse the temple now?
Very soon. It is like Tuwaka is taking in the air and preparing to send his breath. The withered hand here will soon crumble, and the particles will drift away like sand in the wind. Tuwaka says you will have the pleasure of killing this Uwafa. With his help, of course. First, you must light the final brazier over there. Then, Tuwaka's breath will come.
Then how do I get to Ulfa?
Uwafa has sealed himself inside the sanctum with my priests. I fear for them, but Tuwaka will help us. He will unseal the doors. Then you can go in and kill this necromancer bastard. Are you ready to witness the power of a god, my friend?
I'm ready whenever you are.
Go now, and light the final brazier. Do not fear the power of Tuwaka. You and I, we are his champions in this.
What about the Ansei wards?
Oh, yes. We cannot forget those. If this Uwafa has them, we will soon get them back. Even with the Ansei wards, Uwafa is no match for the strength of a god.
Do you know the history of the wards?
Of course. All priests of Tuwaka know such things. The wards were forged when 3 Ansei gave their lives to channel their spirits into their blades. They did this so that the wards would protect the consecrated dead.
Now, I've always wondered, is Tuwaka the same as RK? So, how is Ufwa, Ufwa, I have trouble saying names like that, raising the consecrated dead?
In the hands of these necromancers, the strength of the Ansei wards is much weakened. With some magics, they might even be able to pervert the ward's power for terrible ends. It is good that we will soon have them back.
Yep. To the final brazier. To the top of Mount Crumpet.
Oh, great Tuwaka, keeper of souls, hear the prayer of your humble servant. Your sacred grounds have been defiled. The rest of our ancestors have been disturbed. I ask you to send your sacred breath to cleanse the temple and give us your blessing to destroy the
Probably the forebears are the one that thinks it's sacrilege, and the crowns are the ones that think it's...
Go into the inner sanctum and kill Uwafa.
Tuwaka's sanctum. Tuwaka is the god who escorts the souls of departed Redguards to the afterlife on the forest shoals. Though a soul may have enemies who will try to keep it from reaching the forest shores, Tuwaka is sly and clever, and always outwits them. See, I always thought that so the forebears are the forward-thinking ones, while the crowns are they're the ones who are the so the forebears are the liberals, and the crowns are the conservative. Would that be a correct statement? Greetings and salutations, and thank you for choosing Doom.
I wasn't worried. Were you worried?
All his people died. Wonder if there was a way to have freed them.
Thank you. The corruption in my ward is gone. But the other wards, you must find them.
Yeah, that's a she-hide turned into an actual blade.
I am very proud. Tuwaka says that you smote this Uwapa mightily. You recovered the ward of Anse Radan as well. The temple is restored, and Alakir is safer. Tuwaka is pleased.
What about the other Anse wards?
Tuwaka says you should not worry. He says you will find them. I can watch over the ward of Anse Radan for now. Tuwaka has much faith in you, my friend. He wants me to give you this. You should be honored. I do not know where the other Anse wards have been taken, but Tuwaka tells me that you must go east, my friend. He says that is the next step on your journey.
I will go east, but can he tell you anything more specific?
No, Tuwaka is quiet now. He is not worried about you. He is more worried about me getting the temple cleaned up. I have a suggestion, though. I think you should start your search in the city of Bergama.
Why Bergama?
There is a great scholar in Bergama. Her name is Zore. She knows much about the Anse wards. She may have the answers we seek. Wherever you go, Tuwaka will be with you. Of that, I am certain.
I will speak to Xerath, the Scholar of Bergama, which is over here, actually. So that's where we're going to be heading next time. We are out of time for today. Well, I mean, we have 12 minutes left. Let's use this time as best we can. And by the way, all the enemies in here are passive now, so I don't have to fight them anymore. They'll eventually return to death, but for a while they'll still be there in case you want to fight them for. Like if you need to farm undead for some reason, this is a good place to come to do it. It doesn't have any like negative story connotations or anything.
There's no need for me to ask whether the heroes had been raised when you found them. I only need to know, are they now at rest?
Yes, they are dead.
Then you fulfilled the duty of the Ashaba here, and saved me a dung heap of trouble. As we Ashaba always say, true honor need not be named. I hope we cross paths again.
That's in for some competition.
Don't. Well, we need to go through the throne to get where I want to go. You can fish up here. I didn't know that. I'll eventually be coming here to fish once I finally get to it. I'm still trying to fish my way through Glenumbra at the moment.
Huh. Yeah, there's a breach nearby. Say, did you know there are 6.5 quadrillion grains of sand in the Alakir?
Time breach discovered. Time breach discovered. That was actually pretty lucky. I actually did not remember this was over this way. Time breach sealed. 1 to go. And there's still a lot. This is a long quest, by the way. This is not even near finished. Just because we've almost finished this one, there's like several more. There's breaches everywhere that have to be sealed. Your own personal random fact giver, yes. It's gonna be weird not traveling with the, like, it's always weird to not travel with the Augur of the Obscure. Because on my main character, I had it with me for so long. It's like, I didn't even, when I finally finished the quest line, I was like, I don't want to give you up. Go over here and get this. And we only got 10 minutes left, so there's really no time to do any more, like, major quests right now. But we can do this quest. Hold on. Moosey. Keep them. You can't, you have to give them up, so. It doesn't let you do that, unfortunately. Moosey. The dog whines and paws at the mounds of sand at her feet. What is it? Something in the sand? The dog almost seems to nod and paws at the mound of sand again. Alright, let me dig it up. This is another thing that why I believe there's a hint at a coming, like, this quest also makes me think that there's a coming, Hammerfell, like, thing coming. Because it just, you'll see when I'm done with this quest. I has to help the puppy.
I cannot believe it. My sweet Musy led you to my bones, didn't she? That is true loyalty. Musy and I walked these deserts together in life, and even death cannot change that.
How did this happen?
I paid an enchanter to ensure I could come back and be with her even in death. Unfortunately, it was the jackals that got me. They scattered my bones all over and I couldn't come back. But my music came through. With your help. Thank you. This is even better than I hoped. Think of all the fringe benefits. I don't need to worry about food, water, or even the heat anymore. But most important, I still get to be with my sweet Musy.
Why didn't Musy protect you from the jackals?
Musy? I couldn't ask her to do that. She is a lover, not a fighter. When the jackals were chasing us, I realized they were going to catch us. So I did what any loyal friend would do. I commanded her to run on, and I sacrificed myself.
What happens when she dies?
The same thing that happened to me. I had her enchanted as well, of course. She will come back, and we will continue on our way. We both love the desert, Musy and I. And this way we can wander these sands together forever.
See, this is why I think there's a Hammerfell game coming soon, because like this kind of Easter egg feels like them setting up a throwaway character for a future Elder Scrolls game, or not a throwaway character, but like a reference character for a future Elder Scrolls game. Alright, so we are about to end off. I'm going to put myself in position to the mines over here, and we're going to start next time with the mines. I'm just going to make sure that it's discovered on my map. Yep, it's discovered. Okay. So yeah, that's just my belief anyways. It's like they're setting up things like even if it's not even if Elder Scrolls 6 is not High Rock, they are setting things up so they have references to, like, because a lot of, like, you have to understand there wasn't a lot of Redguard lore originally, like, and they've created a lot with this game, the Sword Saints and all that stuff. Like they've got so much stuff to use now for a Hammerfell game. This is one of the reasons why I love Elder Scrolls Online. It allows them to go back and set things up for future Elder Scrolls games, which is why whenever they're making a new chapter, they always consult the Elder Scrolls Lore Master. And the Elder Scrolls Lore Master actually helps to determine what is lore and what's not. And it retroactively updates the lore of the Elder Scrolls. So like everything that happens in the Elder Scrolls Online is canon to the Elder Scrolls lore. So like when people are like, oh well, it's an MMO, so I'm not gonna recognize it. Well, you can not recognize it all you want, but I guarantee you future Elder Scrolls games will recognize what happens in the Elder Scrolls Online, and you're going to feel lost when somebody like Lyranth shows up, and she's going to be like, Mortal, I need your help, and they're going to be like, who's this Daedra telling me to help them? And I'm going to be like, oh, it's Lyranth! Anyways, that's going to be it for today, guys. We did some nice progress. We've only got 3 more main quests left to go. We completed 7 of the 19 major zones. So what we'll be doing next time is we're going to be doing some minor quests around this area. Then we're going to do Bergama, and then we'll be heading up this way and working our way through. So next time we're going to be trying to get a lot more accomplished. It feels like we didn't get a whole lot done this week, but we did Ancestor's Landing. We did Santiki. We did Sela's Inn. Sela's Inn is one of the biggest quests in this area. We did Morah's Bounty. We did David's Chargan Mine, and we did Tawaka's Throne. So, anyways, I'll catch you guys next week as we continue the Elder Scrolls Online as Reewish, the Mighty Battle Lizard. Again, I'm gonna post a link to both the survey and the Discord. If you are watching the stream and you like it, join the Discord. I'll have updates in there, and also other cool stuff as the community grows. I'm trying to build up my community a bit. And the survey is for every other Saturday from here on. We're going to be playing Pokemon on the channel. So if you want to see Pokemon on the channel, put down your vote. There'll be more votes once the game is decided. There'll probably be more votes for different things. So I'll share that in here now. And I want to thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a great day, everyone. Goodbye.